the stress.
You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad, but I'm past that. With a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with the Chicago Bears. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go, D, get off the field.
They'll throw on first down to Jackson. It's his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Jackson from the shotgun. Space to maneuver at the 40. And Robinson with a big catch as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Let's go. Check 53. We want this.
First down, a run with Cohen. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's go, D. Gonna be a long day.
Jackson now. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 30. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. A give to Cohen. He heads right. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now it's Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That pick hurts a little extra because here's 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. Now the 3rd leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
180. Mike, 58, right there. Hey. 76, tell him. 76. 76. Super. Man, I got you.
Goff now looks to throw. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
4 down.
Now Goff. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Woods coming off by far the best year of his career. 86 catches, over 1,200 yards. Now he's hoping to build on that. But, boy, he was a key cog in the wheel that took them to the Super Bowl last season.
Cut. 120.
Check, 59. Watch the run.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Goff. They'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 36.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 1st and 10, Goff. They'll find Everett there, complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Again, Goff. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 18.
That's another Rams first down.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. From the red zone now, Goff. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a draw as Goff gives to Gurley. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 12 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
They'll run on second down with Cohen. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
4 down. Ric Flair. Here we go. 76. 76. Recon. 132.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that is intercepted by the all-pro safety, Eddie Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When you're in man coverage, you have help over the top, you become a much more confident defender. Trail the receiver and know that someone over the top can make a play, and that's exactly what happened here. The free safety coming up with the interception.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Now Cohen. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Well, right now in the second quarter on the defensive side, they got to feel pretty good about what they're doing.
They should embrace the feeling they have now, embrace the way that they're playing, and continue that through the half. I know defensive coordinators, sometimes they overthink it, start wondering how they're going to be attacked. Just keep doing what you're doing because it's working.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Tonight, 180. Check pass. Check pass. Horrible. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Back to throw. Gone. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Now it's gone. And that is incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Greg Zuerlein on for the field goal. A 54-yard attempt.
And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. Zuerlein, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really heard the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Throwing on second down. Jackson. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 42. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On first and 10, it's Jackson. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Again, Jackson. And he completes it to Cohen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
First down, Chicago.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro from the right hash. This from 33. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together. Say,
let's go. Go, ground.
Check, 59. Let's go, D, tighten up.
A final shot before break here. Goff. He's letting it fly for... And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. The third quarter starts with a run by Gurley. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Now on 2nd and 13. Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
It's a gain of 3.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
44 is the mic, 44 is the mic. Check.
You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over.
Check out tonight. Like 20. Maverick.
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down. Out of the gun. Gone. And that one's complete to Gurley. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And the accuracy lacking there for Zuerlein. It's off to the right, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Back now in Los Angeles. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. From the 45 on 2nd down, Jackson. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Nickel Roby-Coleman up to make the tackle.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the 39, Jackson. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
To throw on third down. Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Finding Gabriel, complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel, his first touchdown on the year, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
A very important extra point there, up and good. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter.
At their own 25-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
Hey, kill. Here we go, fellas. Here's the threat.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 23-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. A shotgun snap for gone. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. The Rams on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is third down and 12.
17. Hold on. Check. 12. Hey, Zoo.
Mike.
From the gun, here's Goff. This is caught, it's Cooks. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
17 yards.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Gone. Now that'll be caught by Cup. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw again on second down. Goff. They'll get this one to Cup, complete. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, third and 1. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Here we go, third and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They only get 2 there, but on third and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Here's Gurley. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there, but now it's third down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Let's go, let's go!
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a first down in field goal range already. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Another carry now for Gurley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another first and 10.
2 for 1, 2 for 1.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. On first down, it's Gurley. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a second and 3. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's second and 3.
All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Yeah, we're close.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. Zerline now for the PAT. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17 to 10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Jackson to throw. He completes it to Nelson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Jackson. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. This quarterback now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down. Now Jackson. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5, past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Los Angeles, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, add one more loss to the column. That drops them to a woeful 1-9 so far. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.